You've probably heard of speed dating, and undoubtedly you have heard of the world of science. And you're probably thinking, what in God's name could those two things have to do with each other? That's why Pam Gardner here, who's the founder of a company called Biotech Vendor Services, is going to tell us exactly what they have to do with each other. Welcome.
Thank you, Joel. Happy to be here.
Why did you create Biotech Vendor Services?
There's a sea of possibilities of suppliers out there. Researching what those suppliers do takes an exorbitant amount of time, and matchmaking and putting the right players together is a hard task. So what I decided to do was start my company so we could do speed dating between biotech companies and research institutions.
You're a connector.
Yes, I am.
Par excellence, from what I hear.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and these are biotech companies like?
Amgen, Pfizer. We also do things at research institutes like UCLA, USC, MD Anderson, to name a few.
And I'm sure they have departments of people whose job it is to go out there and procure services. And yet they need you. Why?
There's unique technologies out there that many of the companies don't know about. And it's a waste of their time and inefficient to go out there and research all the possibilities. So that's what we do. We kind of think it of as let the companies do the heavy lifting to actually cure diseases. And BVS can do the heavy sifting to actually sort through various different suppliers that they may not have heard of before. One great example of what we found was a microscope that actually uses an iPad, and it gives the scientists a revolutionary way to actually display their research. It's really cool.
So it's not only burdensome for them to sift through the people that they know about. Even worse, there may be great vendors that the companies don't know about, don't even know what to look for.
Exactly. And we have many examples of that where a scientist will say, as a result of coming to your show, we were able to find a vendor that could actually resolve the research problem that we couldn't resolve.
So when you've got a big biotech company, how does this thing work? Do you actually bring the vendors to them on site?
Yes, we actually do bring them on site. We work closely with the procurement and research department to find out which vendors are of need and which they have sort of an interest in. We research those, bring them on site. Then we have a short 90-minute event in which we do all the heavy lifting and logistics, make it really easy for the company. And then the researchers can do what we call speed dating, where they can go from table to table really quickly, find out about the different suppliers, and then set up additional appointments if there was one that was really of interest.
Did the companies have to pay for this, the big companies?
You know what? The companies, what we call the host companies, such as Pfizer or Amgen, they do not have to pay. The vendors actually pay a fee to exhibit.
So if the big companies don't pay and the vendors pay to play, are you objective in the matter?
How I would describe it is we're vendor neutral, but at the same time, we only want to bring our clients the best of breed suppliers. So we pre-screen them, and the ones that are brought on site are only the best of the best.
I would imagine, having organized all these meetings, and I gather it's hundreds of them by
Actually,
now?
thousands. 2,000.
You probably know a thing or two about organizing meetings per se, whatever the agenda is. Do you do that?
Yes. And actually, funny that you say that, many of our clients ask us to set up additional events for them on site, and we do other events besides just scientific events.
Great. So how do people contact you? Got a website?
Yes, I do.
And it is?
www.bvsconnection.com.
All right.
Because we are the connectors.
You are the connectors. Thank you very much for connecting with us today.
Thank you so much, Joel.